Hey listeners, what is up? This is Alex Build It, and today I will be showing you some gameplay review for World of Tanks Blitz Panzerkampfwagen 8 Maus. It is a tier 10 heavy German tank. It is extremely powerful. It weighs 180 tons and sports a 12.8cm Pak 44 anti-tank field artillery piece. Hope you got all that. This was used in a casemate style Wagtiger tank destroyer. It also had a coaxial 75mm gun, which you can see next to the extremely long barrel. It was, in real life, 10.2 meters long, 3.71 meters wide, and 3.63 meters high. It was intended to be a breakthrough tank, punching holes in the opponent's defenses while taking almost no damage to any components. Out of 5 ordered, only 2 hulls, 1 trip were completed before the advancing allies found and subsequently destroyed them. Only 1 remains in existence today, the turret taken from the second tank and the hull from the first tank put together, and it can be currently found in the Kubinka Tank Museum in Russia. Take a look at my loadout. I carry gun-laying drive, ammo rammer, and the extremely essential Spallweiner. I do not recommend playing this tank without the Spallweiner, as it is extremely essential to the survivability of this tank, as many people will try to fire high explosive at areas which they cannot normally pen with armor piercing. Weak spots include the cheeks of the turret if you have a gun with enough penetration, as like that of a tank destroyer at tier 10, and the frontal lower glacis and the mud flaps that are in front of both of the large treads. Those are weak and can be penned with a gun with enough penetration value. It has the most hit points of any tank in World of Tanks Blitz with 2,500. Only the E100 comes close at 2,400. Its frontal upper plate is 200mm thick, and the turret is even more thick in front at 240. Very difficult to pen from this angle. It has a good rate of fire for a heavy tank at 4.35 rounds, with a good damage roll anywhere from 345 to 575 with normal AP. Due to its massive weight, do not ram the Maus. Here in IS-7, which comes in at a much lower weight value, tries to ram me at 190 tons. As you see, I did 184.9 damage from ramming and only took 149. Just don't ram the Maus, just don't. It's going to end badly for you. Anyway, I get into a random match, and it's a good thing that I get into a map with lots of cover. Now, you have to angle this tank to increase your survivability. It is a master, perhaps the even best tank at side scraping, positioning your tank at such an angle that shells are more likely to bounce. And as you see at the start here, I have a little bit of lag, but it quickly resolves itself. And after that, I roll on out, following everyone else to the traditional left side of the city. When you want to do is you're driving a super heavy tank, as long as you have support. Now I move forward. Everyone's saying we got this. There's lots of people who are known as very good players, such as GF Com on our team, as well as Eelflick. Come around this corner. Now this IS-7 took my side-scraping position, so I try to go to the next one. I expect heavy resistance to be right around the corner to our right. Unfortunately, there was no resistance there, so that side-scraping angle will not do for me. I take a right, and I see a overextended and out in the open tank destroyer. Now, this gun is very, very accurate. You can easily hit people from across the map with a good damage roll. A lot of people put down the Maus, and they say that it's easily penetrated, easily destroyed, and that the E100 is superior. It is not superior in any way, in my opinion. The Maus will easily beat up a E100 any day, providing that he's well angled and there's decent cover. I come around the corner, and I see this guy make a crazy move. He decides to make a random dash, and again, my gun gets a good damage roll and tracks that tier 10 heavy tank for the British. I get spotted, and unfortunately, I have some lag here. I can't control where I'm going again. Sorry about that. Shout TV has been acting up a little bit. Anyway, I move forward, and I decided to move backwards, because it looks like they're trying to move up. I see and take out, with my good accuracy, I take out the front of that OBJ-268. Moving forward and reloading the gun, you'll see the gun reloads relatively quickly for a tier 10 heavy. It's more than sufficient. IS-7 here is going after him. I decide to go and help, and suddenly decides to block me. I need to figure out why. But first, I take a shot at that IS-7 at the frontal plate. It was a very, very ambitious shot. There wasn't much of a chance of going through. Now, this IS-7 has changed directions and is trying to block me, so I take a look at what he's aiming at, and I'm surprised to see an E100 right there. I mean, it was frontal lower places, which was easily penned from almost any angle in a tier 10 heavy. I'm not in a good position of side-scraping, but it's a good thing because he's more focused on this IL-7 anyway, who he manages to take out. I have an unlucky balance. He angles at just the right moment, so I decide to angle as well, side-scraping against this location, giving him an angle at which he will not normally be able to penetrate. Not even at all with that gun. I aim and hit that lower glacis again. His teammate behind him, his support, just got picked off. I roll backwards a little bit, get another shot off at him. He's getting attacked from behind, attacked from the front, and now he is nervous. He wants to get out of here, and he realizes he's not going to do that, so he gives himself a last-ditch attempt and tries ramming. Remember that pick I showed you over earlier, never run the mouse. He's heaviest tank of all. Boom. That's the end of him. Back up, and it's Brit. He wants to try and kill me, so I quickly pump a shot into him. Wait for the gun to reload. He's in a good angle right now, which is going to be soon. I get into a side-scraping position where it will be difficult for him to penetrate me. He finally sees me, starts going forward, and at the very last second I get a shot into that lower glacis and we win the game. The mouse is extremely effective in city fights. It is a little bit less effective on larger maps where you have to get into positions after a while. As you can see, I get Sniper and First Class Medal, and I did a hefty 3,624 damage, more damage I will add than anyone else on my team. Detailed results. 2 shots, one of which bounced against me. Now, believe it or not, this tank actually can earn a lot of credits, earn 22,000, provided it doesn't take much damage to its components. Anyway, now that was an average match, and now I'm going to show you a match which did much better, unusually in a larger map. Now, on a larger map, you have a much greater chance of not doing as well because you are so slow in a mouse. A mouse has a top speed of around 21 kilometers per hour. However, even though this is that speed, it actually can get up to that speed relatively quickly and will hold that. It just will not go above that. If you're being pushed, you might get it to go 1 kilometer per hour faster. Not all that impressive. Alright, let's look at this beast. Here we go. And we're off. The map is Castile, a very large map, but I had one of the key components of this map, the town on the right side. I'm accompanied by a Ferdinand and a Panther 2. It looks like actually the whole team is following us. Scratch that. Anyway, we head towards this bridge. As you can see, I'm getting up to my top speed relatively quickly, and will easily hold that speed. Come around this bend. I'm 103, wishing us good luck. Good luck to you too, man. Come around this corner and go straight. Now, the reason I head right is I take a look at the composition of their team, mostly heavies and very few mediums, so I know the bulk of their forces will appear on the right, and maybe one of the 2 mediums will decide to go up high on this hill to our left where they can get good side views for tanks, which are easier to penetrate. And I was right. Here was some heavies. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of lag. Most of the targets randomly jumping from left to right. My trick, scrambling to keep up. Being 100 to my right. We're pushing forward. Pushing forward, going to the, again, you want to get to any place with cover where you can hide that lower glacis and side scrape. This tank will beat just about any shell fired at it, provided you are side scraping and hiding the lower glacis. Take a shot, I easily penetrate and get a nice damage roll. Now this guy on my left manages to penetrate me from the side. The M48 Patton, not so much worried about it. After all, I do have 2,500 hit points. It's not much of a biggie. Now I see that guy's wheels going forward and going nowhere. I know that's lag. He's not actually there. Get shot off that lower glacis, but he manages to penetrate me too. At this point, I'm realizing I was being a little bit crazy here and not angling my glacis in a good way. You should hide it to the left, not the right, of a victim on your left, per se, behind a building. I see this guy manage to hit the guy on the right, per se, behind him through a good shot. And I see some people are trying to flank us on our left, which held my attention when he popped up and hit that lower glacis. The SDI is going to be very annoying to me during this match. I get another shot off at this M103. He should be looking right at me. I have to get a harder shot towards his front. Anyway, the SDI gets another penetration on me. Let's see this M48 Patton again. I back up a little bit, and suddenly I realize that there is someone trying to penetrate me in here, but first I get another shot off, and misses, unfortunately. Turn left, and this is perfect. I know exactly where the ammo rack is located on the T-44, and I have a very large caliber gun. I take aim, and unbelievably manage to destroy its ammo rack. Nice. It wasn't even having a damage, so it was one shot. I move backwards a little, let this guy come to do his thing. I re-angle my tank so that it's a little bit harder for him to penetrate. He fires for some reason. There's no one even there. It's been accidental. I'm very well side-scraped here. This is the angle you want to be in when attacking people in maps. Like this, I aim and I finish firing what this engine should be, but it doesn't matter anyway because he's low on hit points. Now I'm left with this ST1. I back up, so I'm side-scraping yet again against this dude. Now this shot makes me mad. It should have gone through. Look at that. All normal, not red, and it still bounces. I start rolling forward again, helping out my teammate eliminate this last guy. Keeping an eye on the M48 Patton at the same time. Situational awareness is big and is very important in this tank. You need to be able to react to situations when someone's trying to get away from you, or is trying to flank you. If you get flanked in this tank, the turn's so slow, there's a good chance you're going to die. I get a good shot off him. Now this ST1 is smart. He knows exactly how to evade me. I'm going to push him into that corner, but he goes at such an angle that I go sideways, and not only do I give him a flat side, he evades getting rammed to death. I see this turret hatch, and unfortunately lag here shows you that, doesn't show you I missed the shot. Angle my turret just right. He's going for that frontal part again, and he bounces off me. That awesome side armor. This looks like it should go through, but he turns his turret towards me. I switch to armor piercing composite bitching, and bounce this turret. I turned my turret so it will bounce if he fires, but it's not to be, no worries, because he bounced and then got killed. I see this last M48 Patton and I start heading towards it. Unfortunately, M48 Patton kills the guy asking for help, and the M48 Patton decides to go cliff diving. Oh, there's the new plane from the 1.8 update. We will forward here with my M103 teammate, and I'm not sure what the Ferdinand is. He sort of left us. I think he might be AFK. I head forward. I know he's hiding close to or underneath the bridge, and I want to try ramming him to death, though unfortunately this almost gets me killed. I see here and I think, oh, it's perfect, easy, and then I try to go through this tree and I don't realize that the rock extends past it, which puts me up really high. He moves forward trying to get the shot, but I back off just enough time that he can't pin that lower glacis. He backs underneath the bridge, thinks I won't go after him, but there's one guy left. I'm going to cliff dive. I come off, he turns his sword at me at the last moment, but no, it's not to be. I finish him off. That was a very, very good game. I hope you see how good the mouse is. Later I might publish a video that involves lots of bounces. This is just some damage. I did 3,856 damage. More damage again than any of my teammates, earning more XP than any of my teammates as well. Out of 10 shots, 7 went through, unfortunately. Thanks to that ST1. Anyway, the mouse is an extremely powerful tank. I would recommend it to anyone. 40,000 credits, unfortunately we still lost 4,000. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, please like and comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more. I hope to produce more soon. Alex Build It Out. Blitz on.